Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very, very welcome. How great to see everybody here. I trust you enjoyed my last video on Australian pop princess Jessica Mauboy. And we looked at her rise to, I suppose, fame and the journey of that. So I trust you found that one encouraging. We're going from there to Australia, 2001 in Melbourne. We had the Kester brothers, Nick and Chris, Cameron Muncie and Mark Wilson. These guys were very much inspired by the classic rock of the 60s and 70s, the Beatles, Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, also all those sort of guys. And they formed this rock band called Jet around that time. It was in 2002 they did release an EP, Dirty Sweet. They got signed to Capitol Records in 2003, and out came this little album, Get Born. Now, Get Born was absolutely massive. Get Born is estimated to have sold around 4 million albums worldwide. So, pretty significant in the scheme of things. These guys got to perform all around the world, really. A lot of the TV shows in America. They've also performed at the 2007 Big Day Out, which is a massive concert tour in Australia. They've also performed in the AFL Live Grand Final and Bushfire Appeals and a few other places like that. But Get Born was a massive album for these guys, and it was because of this little song, Are You Gonna Be My Girl, that came out of that album as the lead single. Now, it's almost a bit retro, this song. It is full-blown rock and roll, this song. Are you gonna be my girl? Do you need money when you've got a face like that? Do you, honey? It's very, very clear that this guy thinks this girl is absolutely stunning and amazing. And are you going to be my girl? Dating game is interesting, isn't it? We we kind of just go out there a little bit, don't we? And we kind of just look and we kind of listen and we have good conversation with someone. And we kind of think that at some point it might turn into something else, but it never quite does. It can be a bit of a challenge to actually say, hey, I like you. And they're thinking, well, I don't like you. It's always the risk. It's not so much the fact that you're saying something, it's the reaction you're going to get that often causes a problem, isn't it? You don't know what the reaction's going to be. But there's something quite refreshing about this song, is this guy's really, really into this girl and say, for heaven's sake, I like you. I just want for you to be my girl. And sometimes we've got to just ask the question. There's something bold and confident around that particular statement. Do we like the movies where the guy realised perhaps he needs to chase up the girl, and so right at the end of the movie he chases after her, whether it's down to the railway station, to the plane. Do you remember that scene from Love Actually, the story of the little boy and playing the drums and like the girl that was a great singer, and Harry runs through the airport to just get that kiss from her. That sort of thing. There's something quite noble about guys when they really, really want to get a girl. They really do try to go to all out to try and get her. And are you going to be my girl? It's just really a question. You can't ignore a question like this one, can you? You can't just say, well, no. And I don't know, girls have often asked, how do we get guys to talk to them? And one of the questions one of the answers I have is, well, the nice guys are too scared to. Because the demands these days are pretty big. They are, all you got shows like The Bachelorette and Farmers Wants a Wife, and everything's just analysed and scrutinised to the minutest of detail. And it's just really, really hard to compete. It's not just you competing, there's a whole other stack of people competing. And, are you going to be my girl? Sometimes it just needs to be said, hey, I can listen and talk and all the rest of it, but are you going to be my girl? And I do question the concept of I don't think we own, even though I say, look, I'm yours, you're mine. That sort of thing's all very great, but I do question whether, that's kind of, is it like a possession at that point? We don't own somebody else, do we? We want someone to be in our lives. But my girl, my guy, I think it's more about us and with, really, than anything else. But, you know, to actually say, hey, look, I'm so glad you're in my life, pretty cool thing to be able to say that. And absolutely, what a beautiful experience it is to be able to, as someone has gone from this whole, I have no idea what I'm doing out there, to, you know, having a lady. It's pretty cool. But you know what? Are you going to be my girl? Sometimes you just got to say it, don't we? Are you going to be my girl? Because you know what? I want to be your guy. Sometimes you just got to say the words out. There's something quite refreshing and confident about that particular line. So may that be an encouragement to all of us. And, you know, guys out there, you know, doing the best we can with what we got, right? Hey, girls out there, hey, try to make life just a little bit easier for us, because if you're a nice guy, I tell you what, they're a bit timid and a bit shy. So let's try and make it a bit easier for each other. And obviously, it's not about a conquest, is it? About being with someone, and that's suppose one of the best feelings in the world is to be with someone. So may the honesty and this game continue, but let's try and make it a bit easier for each other. I'm thinking, because there's no such thing as a perfect person. I'm not perfect, and you know, and so there's no such thing as a perfect person. We've got to realise that as life continues and life moves on, there's always going to be things that just rock up that we think, oh, we didn't know that was the thing. Well, that's now a thing, kind of. And so we can't pretend like it's going to be perfect. There's always going to be some little thing that we need to do, that we need to deal with, and to talk with and talk through. So I trust I found that one encouraging. Well, we move on through to look what you've done. And this is a classic case of what's happened after this, like, are you going to be my girl? Part 2. And perhaps he got the whole concept of being all around the wrong place. And look what you've done. I can't even look at your pictures on the wall anymore. We've gone to the other end of the relationship, from that excitement start to the not so good finish. But the thing is, what happens between those two moments that we've really got to think about and sort through. So we've got a official and live version of Look What You've Done, and I think I said I've got an official and live version of Are You Going to Be My Girl as well. Out in 2006, Shine On. We've got the official clip of Shine On. I think it's a bit of a tribute to a dad that had died. And we've got Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is, live version of that one. Jet kind of did quite well, really. Between 2003 and 2009, there were 3 studio albums, 1 live album, 1 compilation album, 2 EPs, and 14 singles. So 14 singles are 3 albums, not bad songwriting. These guys could write songs, you know, there was no shortage of songs, absolutely. The 14 singles of 3 albums is pretty good. It's like, you know, over 4 songs an album. So that's pretty good, really. They've sold 6.5 million albums, these guys. So well and truly contributed to this legacy of music. They did kind of come up to a bit of an end in 2013. They had been doing this thing for 10 years, but a bit of a comeback in 2016. There's a bit of live performing happening here and there. Jet have won 5 APRA awards and 7 ARIA awards, you know, both Australian Performing Rights Association and Australian Recording Industry Association. In 2023, they were inducted into the ARIA Music Hall of Fame. So that's not bad, actually. Some 20 years after they started, I think that 20 years is kind of number of years. And so we've got a TV performance of that, I suppose, a reunion in 2023. A live version of that one, bit of a medley of their greatest hits, and of course you've got to have Are You Going to Be My Girl in there. So those 6 clips in the description below, and also included my last video. Let me just check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, 7 clips are in the description below. Just looking at my notes here. And I've also included my last video from Jessica Mauboy, so if you want to recap on her, feel free. Well, this is your first time the Life Reflections of Music, or you've come back for another one, how great to see everybody here. Well, that's it for today. Next time we're going to get onto Frente. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.